Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So, our rocket has just recently returned with some more databanks, which should be enough to finish our special cargoes research. We're almost done here. We're just going to need to let things get going here. Of course, there's a meteor storm going on. Had to try and land in that, which is always fun. Get our cycle started here, and research should get finished up. Let's get a little bit more steel on the go, because I feel like we're going to need a lot of it. And then we get to reconfigure our rocket. Yep. All those data banks got dropped there, delivered there, here we go. Alright. So we're just waiting on that. While we're waiting on that, let's take a look over here. I finally got this stuff to cool off enough that it re-solidified. So that is good. It is still going generally downwards in temperature. Obviously it's still fluctuating a bit because, the temperature is attempting to equalize across all of it, and it's no longer liquid, so it is not distributing heat quite the same way anymore. But that will eventually get down cool enough that we can actually do something about it, especially now that it has completely blocked the volcano. So no more is going to come out until we can, actually unbury it, which means that this should just go down without the additional heat coming in. So that is good. We need to dig ourselves out of some of this regolith here. Let me get all that out of the way. A little bit over here. Alright, and just a touch on that ladder. This area has been cooling down. I've got this whole thing activated now. It runs and then gets cooled back off. It's working out pretty good. Our rocket is being refueled at the moment. That's good. How is our research? Hey, research complete. Excellent. Alright, so now let's take a look at the biological cargo bay. What are we looking at here? Biological cargo bay. Yeah, it requires 1,000 steel, which is what I thought. So what I'm going to do here, I believe I will remove one of these research modules. Let's deconstruct that at a reasonably high priority. And then we will get that set on there, and we'll see what we need. Alright, so let's pause. We need biological cargo bay. Alright, so if we set you like so, what do you require? Automation, conveyor. No, you don't have a conveyor or anything like that. No conveyor output probably means that you're not going to be able to be emptied automatically. It means that you're going to probably need a gantry. Well, that'll be annoying. Alright, let's get this built and see what our rocket range is, because I might have to reconfigure a couple of more things. That's why we're kind of doing this in stages, though, so... you were not a high priority on the build, so let's get that turned up. There we go. You're delivering oxalite. That's great. Rocket will hopefully be refueled by the time we get this done. Alright, so that's just going to take a bit. Let's let that sit, double check, make sure things... Oh, here's something else I was doing in between. I was getting sick and tired of these guys overheating, so I moved it down here onto some insulated tile made of insulation, so the temperature should never change. Problem is, it does appear to be heating up from use rather than from the regolith coming down, so that's not something that I'm going to continue. In fact, I might actually swap those insulated tiles back out for regular and put that back up there, just because it doesn't seem to actually be affecting it. That is conductive wire, okay. I was like, why does that say iron? I'm like, oh, it's the conductive wire, not the robo-miner. Alright. How are we doing here? I might, and I've got the... Fortunately, if I turn the oxalite, acceptance all the way up, it can handle a third fuel tank. It means I'll have to move the cargo bay, but that's fine. We'll have to see how far things go once this is built. We need to get that built first, is the main issue here. get that going, because I get the feeling that since it takes the same amount of steel to make it, that the biological cargo bay and the regular cargo bay are going to be interchangeable as far as how much it restricts the thrust. That would at least make sense. And the game usually makes sense, so... I've still got a couple other researches I could do. I still haven't been able to figure out why I'm unable to make supercoolant, so I've still not been able to do anything with this hydrogen engine yet. Which is mildly annoying, but only mildly so. So, if we could get this... Okay, they're still delivering. Wherever they put the steel, I don't know. Let's turn the priority up. I kind of want this done. Priority 9. Be doing that instead of a bunch of other things. Alright, it's over halfway now. That's good. I'm probably going to have to build a gantry out to it, but that can always wait until we have actually brought stuff back. Because they might be able to do exactly what that guy was doing there, except in reverse. Doing under construction. Here we go. Alright, build the cargo bay. Because if I can get up to that ice planet without having to reconfigure things too much more, I'll leave the research module on in that instance, and then just be able to build up some more databanks in case we get another update soon that adds more research. Because this little guy, even when a planet is fully researched, will still produce 10 databanks just from going out and back. Not much, you know, not compared to the 50 of doing the research, but still, you know, good when you're not actually using them for anything. Let's see what we've got. And this is taking forever. Alright, biological cargo bay, just in time. Alright, let's... you're not quite there yet, but let's see where we are on this. Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to have to swap that out. Alright, so what I'm going to do... I think I'm going to say deconstruct that guy. Deconstruct that guy. And I think I'm going to have to add another fuel tank and then up the amount of oxalate we carry. And hopefully I will be able to use 2 cargo bays and get to the ice planet. Because I don't want to, you know, be taking too many trips. I would prefer to do, you know, more in one. How does this water keep getting in here? I have no idea how that gets in there. How's our temperatures here doing? Not too terrible. I did put in a temp shift plate here, although it only seems to be doing so much for the petroleum generator. Alright, you guys are doing that. Alright. Now let's put in... I do not have the steel. Huh. I should have the steel. Now let's throw in a liquid fuel tank. Do. Get that there. We will, of course, have to plumb up the system. Get you... Oh. Directly across there. That'll work. And then we're going to need a bit more steel, so we can make it a little bit more. That'll be fine. We're going to need probably, what, 600? Oop, 6. There we go. Which, of course, is going to heat this area up more, but seeing as we're doing it to get more Wheezeworts to cool the area down, I think we could take the temporary temperature hit, even if we are having some issues here with our crops. How are we doing on eggs, by the way? Let's see. Let's just check. Let's check on our critters. 45, 62, 24, 26, 10. 96, you're going to need one soon. Are you guys... Alright, you're all fine. Let's just throw in not continuous, thank you. A stone hatchling egg. And then we can get the rest turned into food. There we go. Alright. Get all this done. What are you on? Oh, you're a little bit low. There we go. We will then turn you up to your maximum capacity. Liquid fuel tank ready and fueling. Beautiful. Alright. So we just need to get our one more biological cargo bay, and of course we're going to need to make more oxalite. We're not producing it enough. I burned through our back stock, you know, by running missions quickly in order to get all the stuff necessary for the research. And of course the rocket is incomplete, so we can't really tell how far it'll go at the moment. So we got to get that last bay in. You're working on steel. You got 3 more iterations? Alright, good. Go ahead and let that go. Waiting on more water to come in. That's fine. We can't do too much at once, otherwise we'll completely lose all water in the system. This was not set up well when I did it. It was set up quickly. Alright, you're not doing too terrible here. How's our fluids? Yeah, look at this. I mean, that's okay. We'll make it. Look at that oil coming up. How's our oil levels doing? Oh yeah, it's still ridiculously high. I've had this turned off for a while because I didn't want too much of the, like, hot water from the geyser coming into here. It's still happening, but not nearly as much as if I had this pump continuously running. What else do we got? So we got that built. You are working on that. You're nowhere near capacity, though. You see, we can't see that at the moment because it's incomplete. Once we can get this second cargo bay on, though, we should be alright. What in the world are you guys doing? We're having this issue again where they keep dropping the eggs down here and then, like, not wanting to pick them up correctly. Like, look, you went down to go get it, got into the water, tried to pick it up, then went to go do something else. What in the world are you doing? Right, who is this that's having issues here? Bert, come all the way down to the bottom of the ladder, alright? There you go. Pick up the egg, and then he dropped it before he got up there. What in the world is wrong with you? Alright. They get it eventually, it just takes bloody forever. Let's see if we've got enough stuff yet. What does this sightseeing module take, by the way? Alright, biological cargo bay. Excellent, we have enough. Put you in. You are getting delivered your steel. Let's bump your priority up. Then we'll just have to wait on the oxalite, and we will figure out if this configuration is going to work. I mean, this is the biggest I'm going to be able to make it in this silo, so... And adding another fuel tank won't help at this stage, because the oxidizer tanks will only handle 3 of the fuel tanks. So I'd have to throw another one of those in, but it won't help the 3 that are already here. So the only thing I'd be able to do, you know, is use our larger bay. Which, of course, is getting set up for hydrogen, which it would be a pain to try and get the petroleum over there. Yeah, so we're hoping this works, basically. Alright, that is getting built. I don't know if it's going to end up getting finished by the end of the cycle. It doesn't look like it's going fast enough. which means we might have to wait till next cycle to find out if we've got the range. Well, I mean, we're not going to know that quite yet anyway because the Oxalite isn't full, but we'll at least be able to see where we are on things. We are at just shy of 1,400 kilograms, which is less than the previous settings, so I wouldn't, be surprised. Yeah, it didn't finish in time. Alright, so we'll have to wait till next cycle. This, of course, is still making stuff. I could cut that off for the time being, couldn't I? Yeah, let's just speed this up a little bit by deconstructing that gas pipe, which will let all the oxygen flow into that instead. We'll just have to remember to put it back once we've got a decent amount. Because unfortunately, we need oxalite, since we don't have a way currently of making liquid oxygen. We have to rely on oxalite. Little random bit of slime. What in the world? Alright, how are we doing over in this area? This guy's erupting still. 40 more cycles before we have to worry about that. How are you guys all doing? You're all fine. Everything looks to be going good here. Alright, this is getting built again. How are you? You got deconstructed good. This means that you're getting more oxygen, so you're being built faster. Alright, keep building. Go, go, go. And wow, this takes forever. And I'm going to have to periodically swap these out with regular cargo bays if I want, things that aren't Wheezeworts. Come on. There we go. Alright. Let's see where we are on this. Oh, man. Alright, I think we're a little screwed on this, because I don't think we're going to hit the 40,000 even with enough oxalite. We'll see. But I get the feeling like we're going to be restricted to one of these cargo bays. Let's see. Unusual organic resources from space missions. Allow duplicates to retrieve alien plants and wildlife from space. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to do. Alright. Yeah, I might have to just bring this whole thing down a little bit. And just go with one cargo bay. That is going to be really annoying. Because, well, in this... So it definitely seems like the biological cargo bays are heavier than the regular cargo bays, which is annoying since they're made from the same amount of steel. But it does mean that maybe I could put in a regular cargo bay with the biological. We're going to wait until the oxalite is full before making that decision, so we're basically just waiting on that at the moment. Let me take a look at this molecular forge again. I'm supposed to be able to make supercoolant here, but it got rid of the ability to plumb things in. Like, there's not even a port here to be able to put petroleum in. There is no recipe on here other than insulation, and there were other recipes before. This might be an update in quality of life where they got rid of your ability to make it for some reason. But that basically means that there isn't really a way to make the liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, since you really need supercoolant in order to do that. Because nothing else gets down low enough. And I'm also noticing, because if I click on the hydrogen here and go to properties, it's telling me that the condensation point is negative 421.9 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, all of the wiki information is telling me that that number is supposed to be in the negative 200 something. So that looks to have changed as well, which of course actually puts it lower than what the supercoolant is rated to be able to do anyway. So there might not be a way to make liquid hydrogen at the moment. which is going to be particularly annoying. Seeing as, you know, I wanted to launch that hydrogen rocket. I might end up having to basically reconfigure this whole thing so that I can get petroleum over here. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these hydrogen tanks, but I'll figure something out, I suppose. I mean, let's see. Let's see how difficult it would be. That is not the button I wanted. I wanted that one. Alright. So we have water coming up here in the way. We have water over here in the way. I suppose I could always just send it over here and then down? That might work. And then I could probably set this one up to just retrieve steel for me. Like I said, we're going to make some decisions after we get our oxalate full. But I'm just kind of coming up with possible plans. Because if I set this whole guy up, you know, to run Wheezeworts for me with petroleum rockets, that might basically be a good use for this big old bay. Because obviously this isn't going to be enough. Alright, let's start digging ourselves out from under this regolith that's showing up. If we do it, start it now, that means that there'll be less to do once this is done. Even if this stuff is getting in the way, like, actively. Just kind of get that going on while we're making more oxalate. And of course, the puffs down here are making oxalate for us as well. Just much slower. But without power or using gold or anything like that. How are you guys doing? You need a little bit more there. You're working on that. Let's get the rest of this stuff queued up. And of course it's now the end of the cycle, so I'm going to have to click on a couple of these guys individually. Oh, look at this. More stuff in the way. You are not going to be able to be reached. You are not going to be able to be reached. Alright, there we go. And those robo-miners will clean up the rest. Everything else good? Looks like everything else is good at the end of cycle 1470. 1470. 1,470 cycles on this, you know, map so far. That is quite a lot. Especially when I, you know, remember that once upon a time when I first started playing this, making it to cycle 100 was a, like, major deal. Simply due to the limited amount of water on the map. Alright, so you could probably be turned off again for the time being. You are out of things queued up. How are you guys doing? I don't see any other eggs around. You say there's a pufflet egg. I believe you. Okay. Let's get those all queued up. Good, good, good. Alright. How are we doing here? Not very much. Yeah, we're up to 10. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it to the ice planet with both of these. I could be severely wrong. This might, like, massively rocket up, but I get the impression that that's not going to happen. Oh, look at this. We're under 1800 degrees now. That's good. Once we get this down to, like, around 200 or so, I'll probably open it up and get in there, clean some of this stuff out. See how that goes. Alright, how are we doing here? You're doing that. You are still doing that. You are floating just shy of what our previous limit was. And you're only at about 12. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it. I don't even think we're going to be able to make it to those satellite lengths. We might make it to the metallic asteroid. But is there even anything biological on that? Let's see. Let's see what we got. Smooth hatches. I don't want those, though. And nothing on those. So that definitely means we'll have to reconfigure. Maybe you'll just put a research module back there for the time being, because I don't want to have to move that. And it'll get us some Wheezeworts while we're trying to figure out what we're doing over here. And then, once that's all done, we can configure it for regular cargo and start making that, go get our steel for us. I'm thinking that's the direction we're going to end up going. Let's clear that out. Freedom Rocket, you are getting reconfigured one more time. How are we doing here? 13, yeah. There's no way we're going to make it. Let's just go ahead and start reconfiguring now. Because no point in wasting the extra time. And it's the end of the cycle, so we're going to end up having some wasted time anyway. Always seems like just as soon as I'm ready to do something, the cycle ends. Those, get that. Alright, let's see. How you doing there? Good, good, good. More you. These guys are like, hey, there's still incoming meteors. Yeah, we see them. Alright, you. A little bit of that, a little bit of you. Those saves are getting slower and slower. Like it happens. Alright. Everybody come up and start doing things. Alright, you're deconstructing. The deconstruction seems to go a little bit faster than the construction on those. That at least is alright. What other module other than that might I be able to put in? Liquid cargo, no, that's not going to be something I want. Gas cargo, no. Let's pause up a moment. Yeah, it's looking like I'm going to have to do research module just because it's going to be the lightest. Yeah, let's bump that priority up, thank you. If you guys could grab that, that'd be great. Alright. Build that. See how far we go now. Alright, research module done. Yeah, we have the range as is without having to push any further. Alright. Let's get Ada into here. Get a couple more of those guys going. Oh, there's a little bit more there, isn't there? Alright, Ada is in. Let us retract that. Open those, since that is clear. Ada is in. Good. Destination selected. All the cargo's empty. If somebody could come throw these switches, please. There we go. Gantry's retracted. No, come on, get the other... I would like to launch, please. Alright. Here we go. Hang on, let's cancel that. So that you go away before the doors open. Alright, doors are opening. And we can finish this episode with the launch of our new biological cargo bay. Hopefully get some Wheezeworts back by next time. Alright, that is open. Missing gantry, launch path blocked. Yeah, but Ada's already in there, isn't she? Yeah. Alright. You launch to the ice planet. And Freedom Rocket away once more. Alright. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. Let's get that fixed and then these guys set back up. And hopefully next time we will have some additional Wheezewort seeds. That is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.